In the vast silence between stars, where light whispers secrets across the void, there exists a paradox more profound than the darkness itself. A universe so intricate that its very fabric seems woven from the echoes of a divine mind. Imagine a cosmic symphony played in the language of light and shadow, yet one that defies our grasp. A celestial puzzle whose pieces slip through our fingers like stardust. Here, the universe breathes in thermodynamic whispers, its energy constrained by unseen boundaries, each moment a delicate balance between creation and decay. We stand on the edge of understanding, peering into a cosmic mirror that reflects not only the universe's grandeur, but also the limits of our own comprehension. Could it be that this reality, so luminous, so vast, is but a simulation bound by the immutable laws of physics, where the death of a star births not just elements, but the very questions we chase? And in this silent, endless expanse, what truth remains hidden behind the cosmic veil? But what lies behind this cosmic veil? Imagine standing beneath an endless vault of stars, where the universe unfurls in staggering scales. A vast, shimmering ocean of galaxies, each one a swirling city of billions of suns. This cosmic expanse is not merely a backdrop, but a living, breathing tapestry woven from the threads of light and darkness, matter and energy, all governed by laws so fundamental they verge on the poetic. It is in this immense theater that we seek to understand not just the universe's grandeur, but the very fabric of its reality, raising profound questions about whether our existence might be but a simulation, an elaborate digital mirage orchestrated within constraints we have yet to fully comprehend. To grasp the scale, envision a magnetar, an ultra-dense remnant of a collapsed star so powerful that its magnetic fields are 1 trillion times stronger than those of our Earth. Such objects challenge our understanding of physics. Their intense energy fields stretch the limits of what the universe can sustain. Similarly, gamma-ray bursts, cataclysmic explosions billions of times brighter than our Sun, remind us that the universe operates through processes so extreme they seem almost impossible to replicate or simulate without exceeding the bounds of known physics. In this cosmic context, consider the fundamental limits that frame our reality. The universe itself is a colossal computational entity bound by thermodynamics, the unbreakable law dictating that entropy or disorder always increases. Every particle interaction, every photon's journey, and every cosmic event contributes to a grand, irreversible calculation that shapes existence. The energy required to simulate even a fraction of this universe with perfect fidelity is unfathomable. It dwarfs anything we can harness or imagine, constrained by the finite energy resources of our universe. The notion of recreating a conscious universe, a cosmos capable of self-aware observation, begins to seem not just improbable, but fundamentally impossible within these thermodynamic and energetic boundaries. Furthermore, the universe's computational boundaries are as vast as they are restrictive. Every quantum interaction and every cosmic evolution demands processing power that grows exponentially with complexity. According to astrophysical models developed by Franco Vazza, the universe's structure and evolution are dictated by processes that are inherently limited by the laws of physics, limits that no conceivable simulation can surpass without violating fundamental principles. These constraints suggest that any attempt to digitally recreate the universe would require an impossible amount of information, storage, energy, and processing, resources that are simply not available within the fabric of reality itself. As we stand at the edge of understanding, contemplating the universe's immense architecture, we are faced with a profound truth. Perhaps the universe's grandeur and mystery are not illusions or digital facades, but manifestations of an incomprehensibly complex, physically constrained reality. What truths might be hidden within this infinite architecture? What secrets lie beyond the reach of simulation, encoded in the very fabric of existence, waiting to be uncovered? As we gaze softly into the endless night, the stars whisper stories of a universe far grander than our minds can fully grasp. It's as if we stand on the edge of a vast ocean, peering into depths that hide mysteries beyond our reach, mysteries woven into the very fabric of reality, shaped by laws that no simulation can truly mimic. Our journey through thermodynamic limits, energy boundaries, and the cosmic boundaries of computation reveals how fragile and precious this existence is. It's a gentle reminder that we are part of something infinitely complex, something beautifully real. If this reflection touched your heart, if these stars sparked a quiet wonder within you, I invite you to leave your voice in the comments. Let's return together to where it all began, back to the origins of this astonishing universe, and to the awe that unites us all in its silent, luminous embrace. In the infinite abyss before the dawn of time, there was only an eternal silence, a vast, unformed void where chaos reigned as an unshaped, restless energy. It was a primordial darkness, a swirling maelstrom of potentiality, like a great cosmic womb waiting patiently in the depths of nothingness. In those earliest moments, existence itself had not yet taken shape, only a whisper of possibility echoing through the emptiness, akin to a faint heartbeat before the first breath. Within this silent expanse, chaos was an unruly fire, an incandescent tumult that flickered with the ferocity of stars yet to ignite. It danced wildly, casting fleeting shadows on the fabric of nothingness, as if the universe was a restless artist splattering chaos onto an endless canvas of darkness. This chaos was not aimless, but brimming with the raw power of creation, a molten forge where the fundamental rules of reality had yet to be settled into form. Then, amid the tumult, a shift occurred, a slow convergence, like the gentle stirring of dust motes in a sunbeam. The chaos began to coalesce, organizing itself into patterns, into the delicate architecture of the cosmos. It was as if an ancient alchemy had begun, transforming tumult into order, fire into structure. The primordial soup of energy cooled just enough, allowing for the emergence of particles, tiny seeds of matter, coalescing under the relentless laws of physics. Stars ignited in that primordial darkness, born from collapsing clouds of dust and gas, their fiery cores forging heavier elements in their wombs. These stellar nurseries, these celestial forges, burned with the intensity of 1,000 suns, furnaces where hydrogen fused into helium, and then, through the crucible of nuclear fusion, into carbon, oxygen, and other elements essential for life. As stars reached the end of their luminous lives, they exploded in cosmic supernovae, scattering their elemental riches across the universe. It was through these violent deaths that the universe enriched itself, dust and ash swirling through space, seeding new generations of stars and planets. This cycle of death and rebirth, of fire and dust, was the universe's own mythic rhythm, an eternal dance of destruction and creation. The silence that once reigned was broken by these stellar symphonies, each explosion echoing across the void like a cosmic lullaby. From these remnants, new worlds took shape, cradling the potential for life, consciousness, and the spark of awareness, an intricate tapestry woven from the debris of ancient fires. And so, from the chaos, a universe of staggering complexity unfurled, an unfolding story written in the language of physics, yet echoing with the poetry of myth. The cosmos became a vast cathedral of light and shadow, where each star was a testament to the primal forces that forged existence from the primordial silence. What remains buried in that ancient silence? Is it the memory of chaos itself? An echo of the fire that birthed everything? Or does it hold the promise of what might still emerge from the depths of the unknown? As we gaze into the night sky, we sense that the universe's origins are not merely a history written in stars, but a timeless question lingering in the darkness, waiting for its answer. Beneath these records, something is still alive, whispering through the silent archives of time. Every photon that reaches us, every fossil embedded in stone, and every data point stored in the vast networks of our scientific memory serve as delicate threads woven into a cosmic diary. These are the remnants of an ancient dialogue between matter and energy, where light is the language that whispers secrets from epochs long past. Imagine light as a messenger, traveling across the immense voids of space, carrying stories from distant stars and galaxies. When we observe MeV emissions, high-energy gamma rays, we are peering into the very furnace of creation, witnessing nucleosynthesis, the forge where elements are born. These emissions are the faint echoes of nuclear reactions, faint signatures of the universe's fiery infancy, captured in the delicate glow that pierces the darkness. They are cosmic fingerprints, revealing how the universe assembled its first building blocks, turning chaos into order through nuclear alchemy. Fossils, those silent witnesses pressed into stone, are time capsules carved by eons. They tell stories of life that once thrived, of organisms that thrived and vanished, leaving behind traces that only patience and science can decipher. Each layer of sediment, each mineralized fragment, is a page torn from the grand narrative of existence. These relics humanize the abstract, turning the cold facts into a dialogue between our curiosity and the universe's history. They remind us that time does not simply pass. It leaves impressions, impressions that we can read like the pages of a celestial manuscript. Data, collections of measurements, spectra, and observations are the modern-day equivalents of ancient scrolls. Stored in digital memory, they are snapshots of the universe's ongoing story, waiting to be interpreted. Through complex algorithms and careful analysis, we decode the signals from the cosmos, transforming raw numbers into understanding. This process is akin to unearthing a buried manuscript, revealing the universe's hidden chapters with each discovery. Memory, in its essence, is a form of time itself, a repository of what has been, echoing the past into the present. Our collective scientific memory is a fragile vessel, fragile yet resilient, capturing fleeting moments of cosmic evolution. It is through this memory that we humanize the universe, seeing ourselves as part of a continuum that links the fiery birth of stars to the quiet moments of reflection in our laboratories. Beneath these records, something is still alive, an ongoing pulse that echoes from the depths of time. The universe's past is not merely a static archive, but an active presence, whispering through the faint glow of gamma rays, the preserved shapes of ancient fossils, and the intricate patterns of data woven into our understanding. It reminds us that in the grand voyage of discovery, every photon, every fossil, every byte is a testament to the universe's relentless march through time, a poetic dance of energy and matter, forever revealing, forever hiding, in the silent language of the cosmos. Beneath the vast, shimmering curtain of the cosmos lies a hidden terrain, a secret landscape that defies our senses and flouts our understanding. It is a realm of extremes, where the very fabric of reality twists and warps beyond the reach of light, measurement, or imagination. In this shadowed universe, the boundaries of physics are tested, limits that challenge the notion that we could ever simulate this complexity, even with the most advanced computers. It's a silent war of energies, a battleground of forces so intense so compressed that they remain forever unseen, yet fundamentally shape the universe we observe. Imagine a magnetar, a neutron star so dense, so magnetically powerful, that it distorts space itself. Its magnetic field is 1,000 trillion times stronger than Earth's, a force that can bend the very fabric of space-time. But what is it like inside that invisible core? Here, in the depths of a magnetar's interior, matter exists in an exotic state, compressed to densities where atomic nuclei are pushed into unrecognizable forms. No eye can see these conditions. No instrument can fully probe their secrets. We are left to imagine a landscape of chaos, an uncharted terrain of quantum pressures and magnetic storms, where particles dance in a frenzy of energy and destruction. Beyond these cosmic monsters, the universe itself is a vast, hostile environment, an arena where thermodynamic laws reign supreme, dictating a relentless march toward disorder. Every star that ignites, every galaxy that spins, is governed by these invisible constraints, shaping the cosmos in ways that no simulation can perfectly replicate. The energy limits, immense yet finite, act like an unseen boundary, confining the scope of what can be recreated or understood. To simulate such a universe would require not just immense computational power, but an understanding of the fundamental laws that govern these unseen forces. Forces that operate at the edge of physical possibility. Inside this invisible frontier, the notion of consciousness becomes a tangled web of complexity. Could a simulated universe ever host genuine awareness? Or are we delving into a realm where the very fabric of reality is too intricate, too constrained by thermodynamics and energy limits, to be faithfully reproduced? The question hangs heavy in the silence, as we grapple with the idea that the universe's most profound mysteries, its origins, its conscious fabric, reside in these unseen microscopic domains. But what kind of life waits inside this silence? Is it a form of existence so alien, so fundamentally different from ours, that it operates in realms beyond perception? It might be a dance of quantum particles, a flicker of energy amid the chaos, an unseen symphony of forces that shape the universe's very core. Or perhaps it's a silent, magnetic pulse, like that of a magnetar, radiating unseen energies that forge new realities, unseen worlds within worlds. We are left standing at the edge of this abyss, peering into the dark, where the scales are unfathomable and the forces insurmountable. Every step we take toward understanding reveals deeper layers of the unknown. The universe's hidden structure is a labyrinth of the unseen, microscopic, subterranean, metaphysical. It whispers of limits, thermodynamic, energetic, computational, that prevent us from fully mimicking the universe's true complexity. And in this silence, we realize that some truths are beyond our reach, locked within the deepest, most extreme environments, places where the fabric of reality itself is woven with threads we may never fully see or understand. In the vast silence of the cosmos, where the fabric of space and time stretches beyond comprehension, life demonstrates a resilience that is both humbling and inspiring. It is a quiet testament to the indomitable spirit of existence, whispering through the cosmic void that even in the most hostile and unimaginable places, life finds a way to endure. On a scale so small it dances at the edge of our understanding, in the extreme environments of magnetars, the neutron stars with magnetic fields so intense they distort the very fabric of matter. Tiny particles and exotic states of matter persist against all odds. These particles, glowing with the remnants of cosmic storms, cling to their existence amidst the chaos, a microcosmic mirror of human perseverance in the face of adversity. Much like the resilient microcosm within these exotic stars, Human life, too, embodies an unyielding quest to survive. When faced with the relentless pressures of illness, the cold indifference of failure, or the overwhelming weight of despair, the human spirit often responds with a quiet, persistent hope. It is as if, deep within each of us, there exists a fundamental law of the universe, an intrinsic drive to endure, to adapt, and to find meaning amid the chaos. Just as matter in the most extreme cosmic environments refuses to be completely annihilated, so too do we find ways to rebuild, to heal, and to carry on, driven by a sense of purpose that transcends the apparent limits of our circumstances. On a macro scale, the universe itself echoes this resilience. Galaxies, born from primordial chaos and forged in the fires of collapsing stars, continue their majestic dance through the darkness. They collide and merge, dispersing elements essential for life, only to give rise to new worlds and new possibilities. These celestial processes are silent symbols of persistence, cycles of destruction and renewal that mirror the human journey. When a star explodes in a supernova, it releases an incredible amount of energy, scattering elements across the cosmos like seeds of potential. From these ashes, new planets and new life can emerge. It is as if the universe, in its infinite patience, whispers that even in death there is rebirth, and in destruction, the promise of creation. The journey of survival is poetic in its continuity. Nature, in its silent grandeur, teaches us that resilience is woven into the very fabric of existence. The resilient moss that grows on the coldest stones, the deep-sea creatures thriving in abyssal darkness where sunlight never reaches, all embody a quiet defiance. They are like tiny flames flickering in the darkness, proof that life, in its myriad forms, refuses to be extinguished. Their persistence is a gentle reminder that adversity often shapes strength, that the smallest spark can ignite the vastest darkness. If life finds a way there, within the crushing environments of magnetars, beneath the crushing pressures of the deep, or amidst the cold vacuum of space, what are we capable of surviving? The question hums softly in the mind, a testament to the profound interconnectedness of all resilience. Our own struggles, whether battling disease, overcoming loss, or navigating the uncertain waters of change, are echoes of the universe's unyielding drive to persevere. We are part of this cosmic story, woven into its fabric, inheritors of a resilience that spans from the microscopic to the cosmic. In contemplating these truths, we come to see that resilience is not merely an act of survival, but a reverent acknowledgement of life's sacred endurance. It is a gentle, hopeful melody that resonates through the silent spaces, reminding us that even in the face of the universe's harshest realities, life persists. And perhaps, in this persistence, we find not only our reflection but also our destiny, an ongoing dance of creation and renewal, guided by the quiet, wondrous force of resilience that resides within us all. Imagine this: the universe we believe we can simulate, an illusion built on math, code, and endless possibilities, may be fundamentally impossible to recreate. Scientific evidence, especially from Franco Vazza's astrophysical models, shows that the laws of thermodynamics, energy limits, and computational boundaries impose insurmountable barriers. These aren't just technical hurdles, they threaten the very foundation of the simulation hypothesis. Can we truly mimic a conscious universe? Or are we chasing shadows? The stakes couldn't be higher. Our reality is governed by rules that resist manipulation, defy digital replication, and demand a deeper understanding. This isn't just theory. It's a wake-up call, a reminder that the universe's complexity is beyond our grasp. And yet, something is unraveling fast. Are we prepared to face what this means? Comment what this awakening means to you. because in this moment, the truth could change everything we thought we knew. As the universe breathes its last, the collapse is no longer a distant whisper, but a deafening roar echoing across the fabric of existence. The stars, once beacons of nuclear vitality and endless hope, begin to flicker and die, their cores collapsing into dense, unyielding remnants. Take the magnetar, an object so extreme that its magnetic field twists space-time itself, now succumbing to its own ferocity. Its magnetic forces, which once warped reality, now tear apart the very fabric of matter, unleashing catastrophic bursts of gamma rays that sweep across the cosmos like wrath incarnate. This is cosmic destruction on a scale so absolute that it renders previous notions of stability and permanence obsolete. Meanwhile, on Earth, the signs of our own unraveling grow unmistakable. The ice caps, those ancient vaults of frozen history, melt at an unprecedented rate, releasing centuries of trapped energy into the atmosphere. The glaciers, once silent sentinels of stability, now rupture and cascade into the oceans, transforming still waters into a rising tide of chaos. The seas swell with the weight of their own upheaval, swallowing coastlines and drowning civilizations in a deluge of irreversible change. The planet's delicate balance, maintained through eons of evolutionary resilience, shatters beneath the relentless pressure of environmental collapse. Contrast these two scenes, cosmic and terrestrial, each a mirror of the other's despair. The Magnetar's collapse, a violent implosion of extreme forces, mirrors our planetary disintegration, where the very elements that sustain life are dissolving into chaos. The universe's most violent death throes are reflected in our own climate's terminal spiral, where natural cycles are overridden by human-induced entropy. Both are inexorable. Both are final. The universe's death knell echoes in the crackling of dying stars, just as the Earth's cry for help is drowned beneath the rising roar of melting ice and engulfing seas. And in that unraveling, new powers begin to stir. Forces beyond our understanding, once thought to be mere abstractions, now awaken from their dormant slumber. Dark energies, cosmic in origin and devastating in effect, seep into the fabric of reality, an ominous whisper that hints at the limits of our comprehension. These are the shadows cast by the inevitable collapse, the dark matter that no longer holds the universe together, threatening to consume what remains of our fragile existence. The very notion that we could simulate or control such forces becomes an illusion, an echo fading into the void, impossible to grasp within the constraints of our finite minds and finite machines. The collapse is absolute, a relentless tide that spares no corner of the cosmos, nor any corner of Earth. The stars die with a final, violent scream, releasing energy so vast it distorts space-time itself, creating ripples that shake the foundations of reality. The planet's surface cracks and crumbles under the pressure of rising temperatures, the oceans boiling away the last remnants of stability. The air thickens with the scent of decay and despair, a testament to the inescapable truth: nothing lasts forever. No simulation, no matter how sophisticated, can recreate this finality. The thermodynamic laws, immutable and unforgiving, dictate that entropy increases, that order gives way to chaos, and that the universe's eventual demise is written in the very fabric of its existence. This is not merely the end of stars or the melting of ice. It is the dissolution of meaning itself. Every effort to understand, to control, to simulate is rendered futile against the relentless march of natural law. Our universe, as vast and intricate as it is, cannot be contained within the confines of code or computation. It is a masterpiece of chaos, a symphony of destruction that defies replication. The boundaries of energy, the limits of information processing, the constraints of physical law. These are the walls that confine any attempt at simulation, walls that crumble in the face of cosmic collapse. And as we stand on the precipice, watching the grand tapestry unravel thread by thread, the question becomes whether any consciousness can survive such an end, or whether the universe's final act will be a silent, inevitable fade into darkness, where the echoes of existence are swallowed by the void. The universe's collapse is not a distant possibility. It is the unavoidable destiny encoded in the very laws that govern all reality. It is a visceral confirmation that our attempts to mimic or manipulate this cosmos are doomed to fail, caught forever in the insurmountable boundaries of physics, energy, and computation. The silence that follows will be total, the darkness complete, an irreversible end written in the stars and on the earth alike. In the vast expanse of space, humanity stands at a crossroads, contemplating not just the scientific impossibility of simulating our universe, but the profound implications of extending our reach beyond Earth. Space mining, once a distant dream, now emerges as a strategic frontier, an arena where knowledge and control intertwine, revealing the subtle mechanisms of power and the shadows of ethical compromise. As nations and corporations race to claim celestial resources, rare Earth elements essential for our technology-driven societies, the parallels with terrestrial colonialism become undeniable. The history of Earth's exploitation, driven by greed and geopolitical advantage, offers a stark lens through which to view our cosmic ambitions. The extraction of minerals from asteroid belts or lunar surfaces echoes the past. Distant colonies, resource-rich but sovereignty-poor, are subjected to extraction policies that prioritize economic gain over ecological or cultural considerations. This pursuit of extraterrestrial wealth is fueled by a desire to bypass Earth's finite limits. Yet, behind the veneer of scientific progress lies a deeper narrative: control. Who owns the rights to these cosmic territories? Which entities, states, multinational corporations, or clandestine alliances dictate the rules of engagement? The contrast between knowledge and control becomes stark. While scientific models, such as those proposed by Franco Vazza, reveal the physical impossibility of simulating our universe comprehensively, the pursuit of space resources reflects an attempt to grasp, harness, and dominate the cosmos, an endeavor that often disregards the complex ethical boundaries that should guide us. In this context, inequality is projected into the stars. As space becomes a new frontier for resource extraction, the disparities of power and wealth on Earth threaten to expand into the cosmos. The nations with technological and financial supremacy will dominate the new frontier, leaving behind those already marginalized. The promise of abundance, of rare earths to fuel our devices, masks a potential future where access is dictated not by need, but by geopolitical leverage. The very act of space colonization risks replicating terrestrial patterns of exploitation, perpetuating a cycle where the powerful extract and control, while the rest are left in the shadows. Contemplating these dynamics raises ethical dilemmas. Should we prioritize the preservation of celestial environments, or is their exploitation inevitable in the pursuit of progress? Do we have the moral authority to decide who benefits from these cosmic resources? Or are we merely projecting terrestrial struggles onto an unspoiled universe? The question of control becomes intertwined with the question of responsibility. If knowledge of the universe's physical limits, such as the thermodynamic constraints and computational boundaries outlined by models like Vazza's, remind us of our fragility, why do we persist in actions that threaten to destabilize not just Earth, but the cosmic fabric we seek to understand? Modern parallels deepen this reflection. The global scramble for rare Earth elements, crucial for smartphones, electric vehicles, and military technology mirrors colonial practices, extracting resources from the global south under the guise of progress. The extraction often occurs at the expense of local communities and ecosystems, with little regard for long-term consequences. Similarly, space endeavors risk becoming new forms of colonization, driven by economic interests disguised as scientific advancement. And so we ask, who shapes the future, and who is forgotten in its shadow? Behind the veneer of technological progress, hidden agendas operate quietly. Power brokers craft narratives of exploration and innovation, yet their motives are often rooted in consolidating influence, securing economic dominance, and maintaining geopolitical supremacy. Ethical considerations are secondary to strategic interests, and the promise of space as a neutral domain is a facade masking the enduring human tendency to control and dominate. The contemplation of cosmic limits, both physical and ethical, forces us to confront the uncomfortable truth. Our capacity for knowledge is finite, and our desire for control is boundless. The universe's very nature, governed by laws of entropy and chaos, resists the illusion of mastery. Attempts to simulate or harness its vastness reveal the limitations of our understanding, yet these efforts are often driven by the need to extend terrestrial power into the cosmic arena. In this complex landscape, the real challenge lies in balancing ambition with responsibility. Recognizing the parallels with our history of exploitation compels us to question whether our pursuit of cosmic resources will perpetuate inequalities or foster a more equitable and sustainable future. The ethical dilemmas are profound. Should space be a domain for shared human heritage or a new battleground for dominance? How do we ensure that the pursuit of knowledge and resources does not echo the colonial past, but instead paves the way for a collective future rooted in respect, responsibility, and humility? As we navigate these uncharted territories, the shadows of control and the echoes of inequality remind us that the true frontier is not just beyond our planet, but within our collective moral consciousness. The universe may be indifferent to our ambitions, governed by unyielding physical laws, yet it also offers a mirror, reflecting the best and worst of human nature. And so, the question remains: who will truly shape the future? The visionaries seeking to expand our horizons, or the forgotten voices warning us of the costs? In the end, it is our choices. In the silent vastness of the universe, where galaxies drift in indifferent motion and time stretches into infinity, we find ourselves at a crossroads. The scientific realities laid bare by astrophysical models, such as those proposed by Franco Vazza, challenge our deepest assumptions about our capacity to understand, simulate, or even control the cosmos. The laws of thermodynamics, the limits imposed by energy and computational boundaries, reveal an uncomfortable truth. Simulating our entire reality, especially the conscious universe we inhabit, is fundamentally impossible. This is not a mere technical limitation. It is a mirror held up to our ambitions, our ethics, and our future. On one side of this mirror lies a dystopian vision. As our desire to manipulate the universe's resources intensifies, be it through mining asteroids, harnessing dark energy, or attempting to recreate cosmic phenomena, so too does our capacity for reckless exploitation. With every step toward mastering the cosmos, we risk amplifying the inequalities and destructive tendencies embedded in our history. Power consolidates in the hands of those who control advanced technologies, fueling a new colonialism among the stars. Resources become commodities, and the pursuit of progress becomes a justification for environmental degradation and social disparity. Our collective agency diminishes as we fall into cycles of greed and neglect, convinced that mastery over the universe equates to salvation, even as the universe reminds us of its indifference. Yet, there is another path, one of hope and responsible stewardship. Recognizing the physical limits of simulation and control, we could choose humility over hubris. Instead of chasing the illusion that we can dominate the cosmos, we could embrace our role as caretakers of this fragile, finite universe. Our awareness of these constraints can foster a new ethic, one rooted in cooperation, sustainability, and reverence for the natural laws that govern existence. By acknowledging that the universe's complexity cannot be reduced to mere data or manipulated without consequence, we open space for innovation grounded in respect rather than exploitation. Our agency then becomes an act of humility, a conscious decision to align our ambitions with the universe's inherent boundaries rather than defying them. In this reflection, you, the viewer, become the pivot point. The future is not predetermined. It is shaped by your choices, your values, your awareness of these cosmic truths. Will you support a future where technological advancement is coupled with ethical responsibility? Will you advocate for a collective understanding that we are part of, not masters over, this universe? Or will you succumb to the allure of unchecked power, repeating the cycles of history that have led to chaos and suffering? The universe's indifference to our ambitions demands that we act with intentionality, knowing that our actions ripple beyond what we can see or measure. Imagine a future where humanity, humbled by the infinite constraints that no simulation can overcome, turns inward to foster connection and compassion. Where technological progress is guided not by conquest, but by stewardship, and where the pursuit of knowledge is balanced with the recognition of our moral limits. This future recognizes that the universe's vastness is both a challenge and an invitation, an opportunity to reflect on our place within it, to cultivate virtues that transcend mere survival, and to build a legacy rooted in ethical awareness. Conversely, picture a future driven by the same relentless desire for control, an unchecked race to harness cosmic resources, disregarding the physical and moral boundaries that science reveals. In this future, greed and fear overshadow wisdom, and our technological pursuits become instruments of division rather than unity. The universe, silent and indifferent, witnesses our hubris, while we become increasingly isolated, estranged from the natural laws that govern existence. This dystopian vision reflects a cycle of exploration without reflection, a path that risks not only environmental collapse, but also the erosion of our moral soul. In the end, it's not just a story of stars, it's a story of us. The cosmos offers no promises. It remains indifferent to our hopes and fears. But within this silence lies a profound opportunity to choose our future consciously. We can either heed the lessons embedded in the universe's immutable laws, embracing humility, responsibility, and collective agency, or we can ignore them, falling into patterns of exploitation that threaten our very existence. The choice is ours. Our agency is the keystone, our moral compass, the guiding star. With awareness of the universe's limits, we can foster a future that balances ambition with ethics, progress with responsibility. The universe's indifference is not an obstacle but a mirror, reflecting our virtues and vices, challenging us to decide what kind of story we want to tell. Will it be one of reckless conquest or thoughtful stewardship? The path we choose will define not only our destiny, but also the legacy we leave behind in the silent, endless cosmos. Now, let us fall into silence and listen to the quiet truth whispering from the depths of the cosmos. In the vastness beyond our reach, we confront the limits of simulation, the boundaries of energy, and the immutable laws that govern reality itself. Our dreams of recreating the universe are humbled by the weight of thermodynamics and the finite nature of existence. As we ponder this, remember that our choices echo through the fabric of time. Each act of exploration, each act of restraint. Let your voice be the ripple that stirs reflection, the gentle reminder that true progress arises from humility and respect for the universe's profound complexity. Share your thoughts, not just as words, but as seeds of a future shaped by conscience and care. Together, we can forge a path guided by awareness, not arrogance. Let us nurture a collective consciousness that honors the cosmic dance, resonant, enduring, and wise. Because in understanding our limits, we find the real freedom to evolve beyond them. In the quiet depths of the cosmos, the notion that our reality could be merely a simulation dissolves against the immutable laws of nature. Thermodynamic constraints and energy boundaries impose insurmountable barriers to recreating even a fragment of our universe's consciousness within any computational construct. Franco Vazza's astrophysical models reveal a universe where complexity and scale transcend the reach of simulation, reminding us that the fabric of existence is woven with limits no algorithm can breach. As we ponder these boundaries, it becomes evident that our quest for perfect replication mirrors our longing to comprehend the infinite, an endeavor forever tempered by the universe's inherent finiteness. Perhaps the universe's silence is not a barrier, but a reflection, echoing our own humble acknowledgement of our place within the vast, unbounded mystery. And in this silent acknowledgement, one question persists. Are we the creators, or merely witnesses, destined to be shaped by the unyielding laws we seek to imitate?